Hello everyone. Today we are gonna play more Wukong. I am very happy that I beat the chapter 4 boss yesterday. So without further ado, let's go. What? Someone saw me? Whoop! That was a interesting start. Ouch. Okay, left or right? Let's left first. Okay. Can't go any further than this. Let's drink the potion. Absorb this. Then go here, keep left. Ooh, bam. He's gonna swing. Okay, there is nothing on the left side, so... Oh, what's it? Mushroom. Okay, moving on. This place seems to be burning. Ah. Okay. Move on, move on. There's some kind of sound. Something is going on. Who is he fighting against? Okay. Okay. So far so good. Nothing here. There's a plant over here. Okay. Seems like some ox is fighting against the undead. Okay. The ox is coming for me. Okay. Oh, step back, step back, step back. Oh, ouch. Okay, I think I should dodge this area. Then let's do this. Okay. Ouch. He went for me. He didn't. Let's charge. Oh, I got hit. Okay. That's not good. Okay. Is he gonna fall? Oh, he fell, he fell. What's going on? Now I can talk to him.
Oh, lad, it can't be you. I thought you were one of them. Well, what happened to me?
What's going on?
Vanguard of the Bull King is relieved you're unharmed. Consider yourself lucky. I knew of you long ago. The thing you seek, the king must not
Ouch.
have it.
Let me grab the treasures first. What did I grab? Wheel, coal iron leaves. Gold tree core, that's good. Talk. Mine core.
Out of nowhere, the whole mountain was infested with those stinking corpses. Some coffin carts blocked all the passes up, burning everything in their path. You seem clever. How about you find a way to destroy them, eh? They're called five-element carts, an evil and powerful invention of the king's son. I'm afraid they're not only guarding the passes. Trust me, there's more to it. Got to hold my ground at the entrance for a while. Can't imagine the chaos without me. They're called five-element carts.
Okay, left or right? Again, let's go left first. Anyway, I have some stats, right? Only one? Okay, never mind. Bell fire flower. Okay. Whoop, what's this? Whoop. Ouch. Ouch. Oh, I'm dead. Oh gosh. My initial immobilization was disrupted, so I thought I still have it, so I keep standing there to cast. Okay. Okay. Let's try left again. Okay. Seems like he shifted position, but okay. Maybe I can cloud step over there and then try to hit him. Oh, he spotted me. Okay, go, go, go. What was that? Wow. Ooh. I got hit twice. Okay, that's not good. Okay, seems like that attack hits the center, so I shouldn't have dodged to the center. I should keep either left or right. Okay. Also, oh yeah, I have new weapons and stuff, right? This one? This one? 85? Let's craft. 90, yep, 90 crit chance. Okay. Not enough materials. Let's go for armor. Oh. 43. Anyway. What do I want to do? I wanted to go to store. I want to sell these. Can sell a lot of them. Sell a lot of you as well. How much is this worth? 6,000. I'll keep it. Okay. Okay. Yep, seems like these are for selling. Then, see anything to buy? Oh, new mine cores, new fine gold threads, new gold. Nice. Definitely want to buy the mine cores, but let's craft armor first. Poison resistance. All poison related. So 1, 2. Okay. Go for this. Okay. Confirm. Next is the... Let's go and buy one fine gold thread. Buy. Buy one first. Then I'll go and craft armor. This one increases by 3. How about these? Increases by 4. Let's get this. Yep. Then, yeah, let's go. The cut on the left seems, I don't know, strong. Let's go turn right this time. Check it out. Who knows? Maybe there's another cut over there.
Out of nowhere, the whole
Yeah.
mountain was infested with those stinking.
Oh, there's nothing. It's a dead end. Why am I getting save points over there? Okay. Let's go. Okay, go, 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 go. Okay. Wow, potion. Okay, okay. Okay. Oh, oh, wow, wait, what? I'm on top now? Okay, I'm not sure how, but... I missed? Okay. No. Nicer. Nicer. There is a save point up there. Okay. Okay, there is a path up here apparently. Yeah, I missed it. Okay. Anyway. Nice. First checkpoint. Cool. Nice animation. Rest. Okay. Let's see. It's one way, right? Yep, only this way. Let's go. Oh, I thought I spinned my bow. Okay. Okay. What's that on the ground? I can't see. It's very black. What's this? Oh, it's a prisoner. Okay. Okay. Oh, they explode? Okay, run. Boom. Okay. There's a spirit over there. There is some demon floating there. I missed. Okay. Let's move on. Oh, what's this? Oh, ouch. I thought I dodged that. Okay, that was close. Okay. Potion up. Okay. I think this is a dead end. Hang on. Mushrooms. So let's do a quick check on the right. There we go. Meditation. No. Someone on the opposite side. Okay. Seems like there is nothing of interest here. Okay. Ooh, ouch. Oh, that hurts. Okay, that's cool. Okay. Left or right? Let's go. What's this? There's a Buddha. Okay. Okay. Whoop. Dodge. Whoop. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. You. Damn. Is he gonna explode as well? That's all? Okay. Fine gold thread. Nice. Nice. I hear a lot of weird sound. Are they like down? Below? Where are they? Up there? Do I jump up? I guess not. Oh, can I jump this jump? I can. What's going on? I got shot. Oop. Oh, I don't die. Potion? Potion up? Okay. Oh my god. Celestial Pew? No. Mount Ling Tai Seedling. Hey. Oh, there's an enemy. Oh, it's gonna shoot me. There is a path here. I think this is a more normal path, right? Where I should have taken. Instead of the one on the left. Wait, what? This looks like another path that I climbed just now. And what is this? Wait, I can't go in. Okay, never mind. I think I'm thinking too much. Let's heal up. I just remembered something. I don't know what is my spinning of this stuff for keyboard settings. V. I see. Okay, there's a bat over there, so probably let's go for the bat first. Where is he? Can you target it properly? Okay. 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 Nice. Okay. Oh. Wait, what? So if it's single focus attack, it explodes? If 3 focus attack, it doesn't explode? Okay, I didn't know that. Okay. Whoop. He saw me though. He's gonna fly towards me. Okay. Oh, he saw me, he saw me. Come on, bro. You can come towards me. Ooh, ouch. Okay. Okay, that's okay. Okay, okay. Offer incense. Brew. Okay. Duration of duplicates for the next plug of manis. Sure, sounds good. Okay, rest. I think I can make the glove or something. Store, buy. Let's buy this. Craft armor. Sure. Okay. Absorb spirits. 720. Wow, that's a lot. Okay, let's move on. Big area here, probably a boss fight around here. Okay. Nice. He fell and he hit me. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Is that all of my potion? Yep. Let's take this. Take this. Pot of stones, spirits. Nothing interesting over here. So explore a little bit. Nope, nothing much here. Let's keep left. This door probably can be opened, yep. Let's explore the outside first. Oh, what's this? Is that a... Oh, dodge. Let's make him explode. Okay. This is a bad guy. So okay. Oh, it's gonna explode. How many more? No, that's all. Yep. Oh, what's the sound though? Oh, there's some guys there. I can't jump across though. This is not meant to be. Yep, can't jump across. 1, 2, 3, and then I'll grab these 3 spirits. I think this is fake. It doesn't work. Yep. Okay. I was right, it was fake, but I just couldn't hit him in advance. So let's trace back and keep left. What's the sound? It's a treasure over there. Ouch. Nice. Okay. Okay. Anything here? No. Okay, then let's keep left. There is nothing. Okay. Then I think we're back at this door. Let's open it. Grey bronze card. Any treasures around here? Oh wait, what? Where's the bronze card? Shooting me already? Let's potion up first. Where is he though? Oh, who is that moaning? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, 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 oh. Let's keep left. There's more left. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, there's a spirit here. Okay. I saw a monster over here. Let's go for it. Ooh. I got hit by something behind. Ay, the small ones are irritating. Oh yeah, very irritating. I think they're all gonna explode. Let's step back. They're gonna explode on each other. Oh, ouch, ouch. Ooh, ouch. I died. Oh no. Maybe I shouldn't save my mana. I should have just spent them. Where is my save point though? Okay, where is this place? Ah, okay. Let's go here. Let's go in and use my spells. I want to take a look though. Oh yeah. Wait for me, man. Oh, there's someone here. Okay. Okay, spell up. Okay. Punish him. Okay. Explode. Then I'll go for this guy. Is this a real mushroom? Oh, I pressed wrong button. E together, not F. Okay. Oh, this is a mushroom. I mean, not a normal mushroom. It's a strong mushroom. Okay, nice. Okay, okay. Absorb this. This is where I came from. So there is a spirits around, all around. And I lost my orientation. Okay. There is spirits here. Go and get drunk. Car face, okay. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Whoa, whoa. Okay. Something is burning. Where? Okay, that's good. Somebody help? Where are you though? Let's see, did I run past any treasures? No? No treasure? Okay. Oh, anything here? No?
Somebody help!
Okay, okay. I'm here? Where are you?
Help! Help me! Your master!
Was that a fox? Oh, okay.
It's you, kind monkey! Oh, help me, please! Things went south in the mountain and I barely escaped. But on my way down, guys captured me. I've been kept here for 3 days. But now my luck has returned. My savior appeared here right in front of me. Should you extend your mercy to save my family? I'll repay your kindness at any cost.
Master got it right. The last story goes out to us to help.
Then,
Big S fire.
please,
And what now? Burst and
What? Ooh, ouch. Ooh, ouch, 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 ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Okay. Okay. Let's use this. Okay, okay. He flew quite high. Okay, okay. Ouch. Why is not yours? Oh, ouch. Oh, I missed. That's not good. Oh, running out. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, I died. Oh, damn. Was I even close? Okay, okay. Is there one whole hit that I haven't hit though? Okay. What's this about? Damage reduction. Crit hit chance. 4 bane resistance. Non-pure gauntlet. Okay, I'm not holding the correct gauntlet. Thank you for the follow. Mandy Wilson 125. I want to craft armor. Yo. WSG? What's WSG? I need 1 fine gold thread. Okay, let's see. Store, buy. I can't buy fine gold thread. Never mind. Mine core, maybe. Let's go. Let's get 6 mine cores. What's good? Everything's good. Playing games. Playing Wukong. How about you? How are you? Make medicines. Guess I can't make it here. Okay. You're chilling. That's great. Welcome to the stream. I'm a chill streamer. You can chill here if you want. Can't complain. Yeah, man. I'm gonna run through here to save my health and energy, etc. So that I can be at the tip-top condition to fight the boss. Okay, gonna run through you as well. Okay. Think there's the boss is gone. Okay, this mini boss is gone. How's the game going? Great. I mean, I was stuck at the chapter 4 boss for like 2 days, so now I'm past it. I'm now at chapter 5. Just started today. Okay. Let's have a head start. No pun intended. Oh! Oh, I missed! Oh, ouch, ouch. That was not a good start. Okay, let's go. Let's hit him. Oh, shouldn't be standing in the fire. Do I play any other games? Yeah. Hang on. Bam! Okay. Before I bought Wukong, I was playing Mobile Legends. What games are you interested in? What games do you play? Oh, he... Ah! Left again at my charge attack. Oh, ouch, ouch, ouch. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, okay, okay. Let me go and respect. Well, this is not a boss I can anyhow beat. So let's go and make the Celestial Medicine. You play Fortnite and COD sometimes. Nice. Do you have Wukong? Hang on. I was gonna travel. How do you find yourself here? Okay. I need to go to Yellowwind Ridge. Stellar. Yeah, how's your progress? Have you completed it? See that you play shooting games. Yeah, you're more of a shooting game person. How is Wukong to you? For you? Chapter 3. Nice, nice. Chapter 3 is the Buddha guy, right? The little cute Buddha. Enjoy, enjoy. There are... It's quite fun. I think the dragon... let's not spoil you. But yeah, it's quite fun. I'm not very far away from you. Just... I was on chapter 4 just yesterday. Store, buy. What can I buy? Pellets? Nah, I don't really know how to use these. Since it's consumable. Remake? Can I remake one? I cannot.
While valued by the body, my pills help not in ascension.
How long have I been on Twitch? I guess about...
Self-refinement
2 years?
is the way to make golden pills. What say you, brave one?
Do you stream as well?
Seek from within to ascend. Seek from without to craft pills. Come to me anytime.
Not yet.
If you need more pills.
Seems like you have intention to. You will soon? Nice. I'm gonna stream your Fortnite or COD. Your forte. You do daily streams? I try to. I try my best to. Hang on, Shot, poison, burn. Here. Let's get the burn resistance. Since this boss is
Yin and yang, 5 elements emerge.
mostly is burning.
Nature inherits its unique creation. Each form embodies a universe.
Where am I from? Make a guess. You can make a guess. Maybe I can guess where you're from as well. Are you from Canada? travel. No? From the US? Let's go. I'm going back to the Flaming Mountains. Height of Amber. Yes. Nice. Random guess. Do you draw? Do you do art? Do you sell art? Okay, I'm back to try again on this boss. Okay. Can I jump down to save time? I think I can. Whoop. Oh, ow, but... Ow. Ow. That's why I was guessing. Why was I guessing? What do you mean? Oh, okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's go. Ooh, ouch, ouch. Oh, wrong skill? Whoop. Let's dodge the fire. Oh. Let's wait for it to finish jumping, then I'll go and hit him once. Okay. Let's use this early. Okay. Okay, hit him more. Bam! Okay, that was pretty fast. I think he's almost dead. One down. Can I still hit him? Why am I still targeting him? Go for this, yeah. He's flying though, I can't hit him. Oh, ouch. Let's heal. Whoa. You blow and I run? I'm not sure how I can hit him though. Ooh, ouch. Oh, okay, he came down. Let's freeze. Oh no. Not low enough. Oh, he's right here. Okay, come down. Oi. Potion up, I guess. Potion up. Oh, he hit me again. Not that worried. Okay. Let's see, let's wait for him to come down. Oh, bam! Okay, okay. Bam. Oh, bam. Where is he? Finish it. Yes. Yao Guai Chief, quick as fire, fast as wind. Nice, nice. Okay.
Quite the charmer, aren't you, boy? But these eyes have seen prettier disguises. Yao Guai! Your true face! Out with it! If a single lie slips, my rake shall strike true.
That was so close. Thank you for saving me. I am the Bull King's daughter, Ping Ping.
Nonsense! The bull has no daughter. Dare to fool me, scoundrel!
I know who you are. My mother is Princess Fairfox. You killed her. After my mother died, I've been living with my father. His wife, Princess Rakshasi, took me in as her own. Later, brother came back from Bodhisattva Guanyin and we reunited. We had some peaceful days. My brother was kind to me and to our parents. But somehow, not long ago, he suddenly changed. He secretly summoned his old troops for a coup, imprisoned father, kept mother under strict watch. I had nowhere else to turn. I had to go for help. But barely after leaving the place, his minions fell upon me.
The Bull King's might is known. Even together, Wukong and I couldn't rival him. Rakshasi's plantain fan is also formidable. And you want me to believe that they were subdued by a kid?
Subdued by their son. Who else could make them put their guard down? Really, with soft hearts, they could never harm him.
You idiot! This fox is fooling you!
Look at this place. Only my brother's Samadhi fire could wreak such havoc. Oh no. My father is dying. Please, kind monkey, help me and my family.
Perilous place this is. Keep this cicada safe with you. It'll come in handy.
Oh, what's this? What will this cicada do?
That's a voice I know well. I'll go ahead and take a look.
No time to lose now. Follow me.
Follow? Okay.
This way.
Hey. Hey. What do I do other than streaming? I watch anime. Yeah. Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I was watching the cutscene. Oh, there is a save point now. Hey, what's up, Angela? How you doing? Offer incense? Okay. Nice. Glad to see you again. Wait, the cutscene showed that the fox jumped up one of these steps, but how am I supposed to know which step she went on? Oh, treasure. Fan of animes? Yeah, I am. I watch anime. Watch Jujutsu Kaisen. Watch One Piece. Naruto.
What secrets did Master Pig whisper to you just now? I've let go of our blood feud, but he still holds so much hostility. My brother's minions are everywhere. Stay close to me, kind monkey. Brother and I used to play around there. The Valiant Six had their ways of amusing us. What fun we had together.
All-time favorite, Steins Gate. I think you asked me before, the last time you came to the stream.
I'll get through this hole, and you can pass by that crack ahead.
Why did I bother to drink this? But okay, let's go. Go in.
My paws beat your feet.
I mean, even if I don't trust this fox, it's quite linear, right? I don't have any other paths to go to.
That's Marvin. He's right there.
Who? Father and son fighting? I don't think I fought with my father before. This is a long run. Okay. But the design is nice though.
Down this cliff, there is a secret passage to her palace. She should be there, but she'd never give you the fan to be used against her precious son.
Whoa. I was thinking to push the fox down, but I jump off instead.
Got it! Quite nearby, there is a deity we can turn to. One said to be Mother's old friend. If we could persuade him to come along, maybe he could talk Mother into giving us the fan. I'll go find him. Be careful out here.
Okay. Whoa. Hey there. Ouch. Ooh. Just a bit more. Okay. Oh, okay. I think this is a monster as well. Let's charge up. Is this not a monster? Whoa. I scared myself over there. I guess I sound like my avatar just now. When I went the whoa. Okay, let's move on. Yep, can target lock him. Okay, he fell. Okay. Does this burn me? Oh, it does. Step back. Okay. Save point. Oh wait, what's that? Okay. Save. Okay guys, it's been an hour on my stream. I think it's a good point to rest here. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for watching. Good night, sweet dreams everyone. Bye bye.